California homeowners and small businesses are under threat from new legislation being considered by Democratic lawmakers. Proposition 13 has protected California residents from skyrocketing property taxes for the last 40 years, but now the far-left Attorney General Xavier Becerra wants to get rid of it.
Your viewers and voters and taxpayers in California need to understand that there is a very serious push in Sacramento from very strong special interests on the Democratic side to undo Prop 13.
One America News spoke with California Senator Brian Jones, who says it's a terrible decision to remove the one thing that's protecting residents from even higher taxes. Proposition 13 was created back in the 1970s by a vote from more than 2/3 of California's residents, who revolted after being taxed out of their homes. Property taxes were skyrocketing from 50 to 100% every year, and so the new law mandated that properties could only be taxed at 1% of their market value. Yet eager for more tax dollars, Sacramento Democrats are passing around legislation that would repeal the protections of Prop 13, costing California homeowners and businesses thousands of dollars extra every year.
What are your thoughts on Xavier Becerra's efforts to get rid of Prop 13?
He's going to price out Californians, people who are retired, veterans, working class Americans, even the working poor, the middle class now here in California, they're not going to be able to afford to buy homes. It's going to be part of the haves and have-nots, and people are going to have to make that choice. They're going to leave the state.
Aaron Cruz, CEO of Rand Action Fund, and who has also successfully launched a petition to recall Governor Newsom, agrees with Jones. She points out the people of California have already weighed in on the proposition and voted by a vast majority to keep it. But that doesn't sit well with Xavier Becerra, whose new legislation would radically alter Prop 13, dramatically hiking taxes on business properties and hitting Californians with another $12.5 billion in new taxes. And even though residents shot down the first attempt to dismantle Proposition 13, Xavier Becerra tried again, this time changing the name of his proposal so it didn't even include the word taxes.
And they call it split roll, where they're just going to subtract out or separate commercial property from Prop 13. But that's just their first step. And that will have a hugely negative impact on our economy if they do just that. But if they're successful in that, they will come after Prop 13 on residential property as well.
Sadly, Democrats have been trying to repeal Prop 13 ever since it was passed, and now that they make up far more than the 2/3 of state legislature required to amend the law, their task shouldn't be difficult. Critics warn a split-roll property tax would put thousands of tenants out of business, create higher taxes, and even reduce the current property values. But there's still hope. The measure isn't on the ballot yet, and Becerra still needs to collect nearly 1 million signatures for the new tax to qualify for the November 2020 elections.
Xavier Becerra needs to get his grubby fingers out of our policies, out of our Constitution, and realize that he's not above the law, and he is not the law in California.
Pearson Sharp, One America News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.